Alright, so this time we're going to react to a Slap Hand video compilation, a very long one. Granted, I will admit it's mostly just to test out the sound quality, the retraction, and see where we can go from there. Now, as I said before, do I believe most of the stuff? Well, especially for some like the channels that's basically built off hype, as opposed to like old films, but let's see. Okay. So this episode is a long one. So we're going to let it play, and from there,
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Hand.
is the volume too
Today
long?
we're looking at some super
Probably too
creepy
high. Let's put
things
it
that have
down
been
to
caught on
32.
camera
See if
that
I
are
had it back.
starting to freak the internet out. So
Yeah.
hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy
I
content, just like this.
I will put a link into the video later on. Okay. So yeah, subscribe to the like, I guess. Might be here too, but
When geneticist Neil Gemmell first went on his expedition to Loch
yeah, see,
Ness, he probably didn't expect to find anything too out of the ordinary.
now, if I remember correctly, yeah, I'm gonna pause it afterwards. If I remember correctly, Nessie, Loch this monster, you based off certain dinosaurs, stuff like that, plesiosaur, some did Loch on the land, none of that we didn't. Even the famous Nessie doctor, it wasn't us the hoax, it was a doctor film its toy boat or something. It wasn't recreated multiple times, or just suppose a hoax. I just wonder what it was. But I guess, well, I can definitely see Nancy, especially with the undersea in the loch. There's a lot of caverns supposedly, and connects to the ocean. Who knows? Well, I can see that. It's my most favorite of cryptids, if being
However,
honest.
he was in for a shock when he reviewed the last bit of his underwater footage. While he may not have stumbled upon the fabled prehistoric plesiosaur that is said to stalk the depths of the Scottish lake,
Plesiosaur. I
he
said
was still
plesio.
able
No,
to find
what did I
something
say?
truly surprising. In this short clip, we can see a fish slowly
Share
making
double
its
speed
way
is because
towards the
it's slow.
camera.
Yes.
While this may seem innocuous at first, it later becomes clear that the fish is swimming away from something. Watch what happens. As you can
One
see, the
second.
long tentacle or eel-like creature
1 second. Sorry, I want to keep the settings here a bit. Sorry, the setting was a bit low.
makes its way through the background. According to the scientist, it's more likely
I
that
sort of
Nessie
saw
is
it.
a large eel rather than some prehistoric dinosaur,
I
and
mean,
he
it makes
points
sense.
to this video as proof.
Yeah, you can see so. Granted, it could also be a floating log because it was a bit too stiff and it's going downwards. So probably something log. You could probably
Furthermore,
think
for
about
the
other
myth
stuff.
to have
So while
persisted for
eel,
so
yes,
long, he
eel.
figures that several of these
You gotta see
eel-like
images of eels
creatures
actually
must
like
call Loch Ness
the way it was falling down.
likely that Nessie is a large eel
Give me a second.
rather than
With the way it was
some
falling down, I was not a big
prehistoric
fan of.
dinosaur, and he points to this video as proof.
Because I'm not sure you can actually see it. You probably can't. But in the middle of the screen right now, the way it looks like and the way it's falling down, like I said, really wish it was on computer. Oh well. Really basically just taking a break from game, but it's the way it's floating. I don't know, it's a bit too stiff for me. Expect an eel to be like, move side to side or at least somewhat
Furthermore,
moving.
for the
Because
myth to
even
have
heels, the
persisted for
eel is
so
actually
long,
moving.
he figures that several of these
Even though it's still
eel-like
going with the motion, you
creatures
can still
must
see it
call
moving
Loch
along.
Ness home. Although the legend of
Yeah,
Loch
it's
Ness
very mucky wad,
Monster
but still, you
traces
get
its
it. So you can
roots to
probably say that.
Irish missionaries in the region in the 6th century, the modern image of this creature has primarily been informed by the reports of Scottish journalists in the 1930s.
Then we also get a bit, not necessarily, but
Taken
something
in
similar to bias.
1938,
And
the
this is Doctor,
iconic
and the image
surgeon's photo depicts a silhouette of what
may have
appeared
been
to be a large creature in Loch
false or hoax
Ness.
or something like that. And more of a toy, right?
The authenticity of this photo
See?
was
That's what I'm
later
saying.
debunked. It turns out it was just a toy submarine. Nonetheless, the
If I know
image
Yellow
ignited
Submarine,
a
I'm going to be seeing this
worldwide
now.
passion for the creature, and many people still travel to Loch Ness in the hope of catching a glimpse of this ancient beast. So if there truly are a breeding
No, but I really
population of
can't see that Nessie
undiscovered
has to be
eels
real and
down in
stuff
the
like that. But one
depths of
second.
Loch Ness, then where did they come from? And why have they eluded scientists for so long?
But like I said, I can't really believe it.
This strange little TikTok was
Ah,
uploaded by Animal Wiki. It was allegedly filmed
okay,
in
this
a
is why I don't
remote
like.
mountain range in Japan.
Okay, let's be honest. Mm. Dragons. No, if anything, I see dragons more of myself ended by dinosaur bones or anything like that. That's the most I can see. I guess dinosaur bones are huge. And wasn't there an elephant skull that was confused for a giant skull? Yeah, because the hole where the nose would be, the trunk would be. That was mistaken where it could be where it could be a giant, and oh, that's where the eye socket is. Because it's elephant. So the very idea of dragons, while fancy and when multiple different cultures you see as multiple different cultures, they would range as different species, which makes sense. I will admit. But yeah, no, no, no. If anything, probably giant lizard or something like that. Baby dragon. No, 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 no. Um, lizard with gigantism, that is much more plausible. Gigantism is mutation. It will happen. It will occur. I can see it happening, but dragon, no. No, not at all.
Watch what was caught
Well,
on
let us play.
camera.
Oh no, that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Even this low quality film, it looks too jank. I don't know how to say this. I don't know. You look at so many CGI animation too much. I'm not an animator or anything by any means. It's the way it looks. It's just too smooth. Not smooth,
The
but
clip
just
is
the way
only
it
brief,
looks way
but
too smooth.
shows a small dragon-like creature swimming in a
Like you would
stream.
expect to see in a Windows Movie Maker type of thing. Especially doesn't.
While the
Look, it'd be
majority of
better if you have
viewers
like
think the
fish next
image
to it
is a
showing an example
hoax,
of
it's
how it would look
strange
like.
that cultures
But
all
no,
around the
something like
world
this. No,
have
no, no. I can't see it
dragons
actually being good.
embedded in their mythology. For thousands of years, disparate civilizations
Wrong
across the
dragon.
globe have
That's a
believed in
Western dragon.
dragons in some
It's our
form or
dragon.
another. In medieval Europe, dragons were
Still a Western
large,
dragon.
winged, fire-breathing creatures to be conquered on quests. However, in ancient
Well, it's
China,
actually sometimes I
dragons
was
were
agreeing
believed
with.
to control
You
the
have
weather.
was it was Siegfried the one who killed the dragon, and then or was it Siegfried's son? Some guy built a ditch. He laid in it. He brought the sword up because the only thing to kill this dragon was its underbelly, I think. And then, or was that the honor? Regardless, I think he was underbelly. He stabbed it, and then he was bathed in its blood and gained its power. If that's what I'm remembering, or its blessing. Because I know this dragon was basically impervious to everything but a small spot due to a leaf falling on it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm mixing up mythologies at this point. I could be wrong there.
Guarding heaven and earth against outside forces. So why were these creatures believed to be real for so long? Could there be a thread
Dinosaur
of
bones.
truth running through the
There's
mythology of these
fossils are
ancient
probably found with that,
cultures?
and people actually exaggerate. I
Adrian
wouldn't be surprised
Mayer,
at that.
professor at Stanford University, believes that
Oh, never mind.
fossilized dinosaur bones may have seeded folk tales
Wait, look at
about
it. Look how
dragons and
awesome
other
that
legendary
is. And then you
beasts
get
like
bones that are basically
griffins.
combined together like
Ancient
graveyards and stuff like
cultures
that.
around the
I
world
wouldn't be
most
surprised.
likely encountered dinosaur bones,
Dinosaurs are
and
awesome.
verbal
I'm not
stories
too
and
interested in
written
them, but they are
tales would
awesome.
have perpetuated the myths about dragons.
Pretty much.
So while this short clip is most likely fake, it's interesting to see how new mediums spring up that help perpetuate myths and legends
But
around the world even today.
just something off about that animation. It looks something off. Something so off about it. I will have to skip all commercials though.
When YouTuber, caught on tape, began to hear strange noises around his house, he decided to investigate. Armed with only his camera, he carefully followed the sounds
Camera.
to their source.
Camera.
The video begins just as the YouTuber hears some strange noises that seem to be coming from the attic.
You hear that? Listen. Since I've been back, most nights I've been hearing noises in my attic.
This, I don't mind so much of the noise in the attic happening because the whole idea is if it's a burglar or someone invading, that I can definitely see. That I can definitely see. The whole ghost, no, but the basic burglar intrusion, make it raccoon, stuff like that. No wrong spirits, stuff like that, but yeah.
And tonight, the noises have been the worst.
In the video's description, he notes that he believes some sort of creature has taken up residence in his
See?
home, and judging by the tone of his voice, he certainly seems to be a little scared.
Hear that? I haven't been hearing the noises outside as much.
I mean, the fact that he doesn't, we need a follow up to this is the major issue. We can hear sound all we want, but we need to follow up on more information in regard to, did he call
Though a
exterminator?
little reluctant, he
Did he actually
continues
go
to
upstairs? Did he
explore,
actually
hoping
that?
to capture evidence of the creature on camera.
Should probably wait till the
Even the
section's
YouTuber's
section's
cat
over before I
seems
comment.
nervous as the sounds continue emanating from the ceiling above.
Been in there yet? Hey, Kitty, what are you doing? Cat never goes up there unless it's freaked out. Kitty, what are you doing?
Cats never go.
YouTuber
No, I'm pretty
heads
sure
into
cats
the
go whatever they
attic,
want.
with
I mean, don't
just
get me
the
wrong.
light of the
I
camera
have no history of
illuminating
knowing of
his
this cat,
way.
but having a cat not time ever kind of weird.
Hello?
So the cat never being there is a lie.
Hello?
Suddenly, a terrifying noise pierces the darkness.
I think it's just a raccoon.
Let me hear.
The YouTuber nervously
Why am I
pans
getting
the
like a raptor
camera
vibe from
around,
Jurassic Park?
hoping to capture a
You don't
glimpse
know
of
what I'm talking
whatever
about.
it is making the horrible noises.
Also, do you not have a light up there?
Then, as the camera passes a dark nook of the attic, we see something horrifying. Take a look.
What? If it's humanoid, I swear.
As you can see, there seems to be some kind of creature blending into its surroundings.
Okay, I could sort. Okay, wait, stop right there. Stop right there. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this thing in the shadow that's looking sideways, which is too humanoid for my liking. It may not just too humanoid for my liking. You're better off making this a type of rabbit animal, rather humanoid type of thing. But again, it's still weird. Well, no, because I've seen addicts that have no lights at all. I've been in addicts that have no lights at all. Those kind of annoying. I don't know, this one looks completely unfinished. Bro, look, you have this nice home you live in, but the attic's a bit unfinished. You can be worried about that also because asbestos. If anything, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Asbestos and lead that's stuck up there.
Whatever it is, it has very little in the way of facial features on its.
No, you can make it an eye. You can make it somewhat of a mouth. I really wish I had a mouse here. Do I have a mouse here? Something around here. I'm not sure if it's picking up the mouse, but definitely in the center right here, you can definitely see some type of light or something. No. Oh wait, maybe I should have done more darker tone for this. How about now? No, this is silly. So
Pale, sallow skin. Viewers of the video have suggested that the creature looks like an alien, or possibly some kind of mutant.
okay. Take resentment to a remark. I take resentment to a remark. Or resentment to a remark. What's a joke go? Where? Then you go. This is an insult. We do not look like that.
While this certainly
Also, I don't like how it just goes screeching, stays quiet, and it starts screeching like that. I mean, granted, it kind of makes sense. Animals might find out, but I don't know. When animals scared and stuff like that, it would probably just not talk, not make it sound like. Maybe it starts growling when you start getting closer, maybe, but I don't know. It feels like something out of order with some noises,
could
but
be
I'm
the
once again, I'm
case,
an
the
animal
footage is far from
biologist. I wouldn't know.
conclusive. Perhaps it was simply a pile of junk that looked like a ghoulish creature.
I mean,
That said,
it would
this
also look like a dog because if you look at it, it's like glass eyes and a head just
theory
tilting, but
does
it's
little
too
to
blurry to have you
explain the
tell.
horrifying screeching
I still
sounds.
say you should probably look for any holes when it's not there. Bring someone up there and put the light for a second video, which they
Whatever
probably
the
won't do.
creature is, its presence likely has this homeowner too
They
scared to
probably
return
won't
for a
do that.
second look.
What is it, homeowner? Bring the light.
I'm ashamed.
These clips were posted to TikTok
Bigfoot,
by
Bigfoot, Bigfoot,
username
Bigfoot, 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 Bigfoot,
WV
Bigfoot, 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 Bigfoot,
In
Bigfoot,
August
Bigfoot, Bigfoot,
2021, the
Bigfoot,
uploader's
Bigfoot,
young
Bigfoot,
family was
Bigfoot,
out in the
Bigfoot.
backyard playing in the garden when
Maybe Bigfoot.
something eerie happened.
Maybe Bigfoot.
In the clip, the mum asks her kids to come in for bath time.
Maybe Bigfoot.
She obviously gets a weird feeling and points the camera over at some trees. Watch what she captured.
What the head?
At first, it's a bit difficult to see, but if you
Yeah,
look
it is.
closely, you should be able to make out what appears to be a figure looming in the trees. It
Oh, I
seems
see
to
it.
be watching the kids playing around outside.
I'm not gonna say monster or anything, but if it's definitely a person or like that, because I maybe just the most
The
camel
very
or
next
something,
day, the mother spots
camel
the
hat
figure
or who
again.
knows what. So I wouldn't be
Watch.
surprised if it's someone
Oh my god,
creep
nobody
out
is
there.
gonna ever believe this.
What? It's on the. Oh, I see it sitting there. You see it sitting there on the
Alright,
thing.
we're going back inside.
As you can see, the same bizarre tall figure can be seen standing right behind a shed. Seems to have a
Oh,
featureless
I
grey
say shit.
face.
I think it's sitting there. I just noticed it. I don't know. Its head's too wide, it's too pale. It needs Slenderman vibes, which automatically assumes it's a fake.
They aren't
Nuts.
sure if it's a trespasser
I don't know.
watching their
My major
kids
issue is
or
this:
if it's
if you see a
something
trespasser, This is definitely country. This is definitely country. You have the weaponry. I'm not saying you should go shoot or anything like that. I'm saying, actually, I don't know what I'm saying because I don't know the laws of this. Speaking English was different in America. You definitely have the weaponry to do so. Especially if it's protecting land, especially if it's a creep or something. That is definitely something that's invading your territory. Because people tend to be a little more, well, people are crazy everywhere, so it doesn't really matter good advice. It's the way it's standing there. Just protect your house and home, you know? 'Cause you have kids there. You have kids there, and that is a creepy adult. That's creepy anybody. There's a case of the. In the case of the children who were basically going down a bridge, and the last thing you see is a creepy guy, and the last voice, and they were 40 something like that. It could be one of those situations. Right now, I'm not playing a guy or any situation. I don't know much about that information. I don't remember the name. Well, I'm a spot about that. But no, never saw it. He is watch kids, especially with stuff like this, because even if it's not alien or something like that, it's still be a creepy person, or and granted, it could also be a prank. Like I said, we need more follow up, especially when it's like these Vine, TikTok type of things, Instagram type of things. Very huge grain of salt in order to see if it's actually true or not. But so if it is true, it's just word of advice. Be careful. Okay, with that
A little more
trail cams or whatever you
mysterious.
can.
What's your take on this? And what would you do if you saw someone watching your family from a distance? Let me know.
But the fact that it's not trying to hide means I don't know the fact that it's trying because you can easily spy a person without being more conspicuous. But
Down below.
Shit. Alright, we're going back inside.
TikTok user
Bigfoot.
Chronicles
No,
has
TikTok.
uploaded a video that shows a holidaymaker going about their day at an American ski resort when they happen to notice a large
Whatever happened to like America's Home Videos where you find a bunch of these old videos and no one wants to watch? Whatever happened to those? Those are good old days. Now it's everything's TikTok.
group of
We all
fellow
know it's
skiers
more
and
90% lies.
snowboarders gathered near the
99%
edge of
lies.
the tree line.
And 1% a random guy just walks in.
The clip shows the faint silhouette of a vaguely human-shaped creature in the forest. According to the uploader, the animal was between 8 and 10 feet tall. As the
I can
camera
definitely
holder
see it,
zooms
but
in, the large figure remains relatively stationary, but it seems to be manipulating something with its hands.
yeah, probably with the tree, trying to get a better grip or something. Like I said, it's too blurry to see anything. I would be sorry. If you tell me there's another person, yeah. If you tell me there's Bigfoot, yeah,
Accounts of mythical giant apes have appeared all across the world and throughout much of recorded
And granted, it depends on
history.
what Bigfoot you get. I think
Many
it's
names have
red
been
ones are more
ascribed to
aggressive,
these
brown ones
beasts.
are
Sasquatch and
more
Bigfoot tend to be the
curious,
most
because red
common
ones are definitely
names
more
for
aggressive.
cryptid
You should
apes
be more
in the
wary of them.
United States, and dozens of sightings occur every year. Some scientists
Yeah,
and
but like I said,
cryptid
even it's too
enthusiasts
blurry.
believe that certain
But
human
you telling me that there's a
ancestors or
walkie-talkie gorilla, if
relatives
you talk
could have
walking gorilla in the
survived
middle
into
of
the
woods,
modern
I can
era.
sort of definitely
They
see that.
might be just so
But didn't it
intelligent
take
that they've
forever for
continued to
gorillas to be
elude
found?
capture. However, if these intelligent creatures are truly roaming the wilderness, then it's
I don't
only
know.
a matter of time until someone gathers more concrete evidence.
Then again, Bigfoot's also talking about UFO sightings, so can it be considered aliens as well?
In June 2021, TikTok user Clax Attacks uploaded the following.
Mind you, if I see anything to do with the Rake or Slenderman or Rake, what's it called? Fleshgate or Skinwalker. Yeah, I'm just skipping automatically. Okay, maybe not Skinwalker because that's more ritualistic, depending on the area. But everything else, no. More of the mind fade tricks. So I don't really don't believe in the nonsense. The Skinwalkers actually has history, while the Rake and Skinwalker now, they're just, sorry, not Skinwalker. Fleshgate basically based off of what? Really? Just based off more horror tales and stuff like that. So not too much inclined to believe in that. If anything, they can seem more like modern day doppelgangers, except more horror based. You see something that looks like you doomed to die or destined to die or something, or they're going to take over your life. One of those two, right?
Piece of footage, and it's been confusing and creeping out viewers ever since. Take a look.
Like I said, most of the problems that most of this is from TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. What?
As you can see, some kind of large bipedal figure is walking slowly across the man's yard.
Oh, okay, see it.
What the hell is that? Hey!
The uploader's pet dog is clearly on guard too, as it watches the mysterious figure from a distance.
I don't feel comfortable leaving a dog out there,
What the hell is that?
especially if it's only one dog. Yeah, because I'm thinking of the Skinwalker Ranch when the guy had a few dogs, he let them loose, and all of a sudden, boom, next thing you know, he's basically just doing burnt marks in the where the dogs were. He didn't even knows that. You know, other ones where dogs go in the woods and those start to disappear. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, granted, hunting dogs is kind of a job and something like that, but it's kind of messed up. You know, it's kind of sad. I don't want to see that. You know, take care of your dogs. Take care of your dogs.
The TikToker was at a loss to explain the sighting, and it left viewers wondering whether it was a trespasser or something more mysterious.
I'm going to be surprised.
Several days later, Clax Attacks
Like
gave
I said, all you
video
have to do is
updating
put all you have to do is put something around where the area is located at, relative size in the morning, because you can see if everything has not moved, right? So with that, see, you can tell how big it is, how tall it is. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you can do a lot of stuff.
the
One second.
sighting.
I looked over and I saw it from behind that swing set out of the woods, walked over behind that truck, or to that truck, and went behind it into the woods. I don't know what it was. It was brownish
Granted,
red
the
in
woods are a very
person. We
creepy
have a
place,
street
so I'm
light,
not
so I
gonna,
figured it'd pick
deny
up
everything,
better.
but still.
Apologize for the quality. Apparently zooming in at night will make any phones. I haven't seen it since, and hopefully I won't, but I still don't know if it was a person or a thing.
Like I say, probably
Whatever
through
it
the gate or
was
fence or
big,
something. When
and it
this
was
is
in my
woods, I'm
yard.
not sure
I don't
how
like that.
country is.
So
Like, I
he's
would,
not
as much as I
seen the
love good
figure
country,
since, nor does
oh,
he
I
have
would
any
love to live in the
idea
country,
what it
middle of
could
nowhere.
be.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Theories in the
Look,
comment
he can just
section
parks it
range
anywhere.
from a
No
Wendigo
traffic,
to a
no
ghost or even
cars,
a skinwalker.
no waiting for jerks to
Skinwalkers
get
are
off.
mysterious entities that have their origins in Navajo.
Skinwalker is for a particular reason, for a particular culture. Granted, yes, you can admit that the culture is spread downwards. I think I forgot where the original came from. I know the most modern day we got is Navajo, and there's probably other for around that region, about higher up as well. But the fact is, they just use Skinwalker as a scapegoat. No, that's why I use Fleshgate. Yes, we all know association, but the idea is the big fan uses Skinwalker for everything. So even in the whole idea of Transformers is not even localized to them as well. We have Berserkers who their gimmick was they were the pelts of animals, and in blind rage to become powered by animals. I think they're supposed to transform. This is Berserker is more of Northern Europe. Wouldn't be sorry if you tell me other areas have similar structures, like Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong had ability to transform, correct? And that is what's Buddhism. Well, not take it as older Buddhism probably, but that's definitely something like a South Asian type of situation, right? Sun Wukong can transform, so the idea of transforming animals is quite common. Granted, with pelts and stuff like that, like I said, I'm not too familiar with other regions who have this certain ability, but no, I got nothing.
Folklore.
Like I said,
They're said to be shamans that conjure black magic.
like I said, most I have
They
is
use their powers to
what I
shapeshift
have is
into animals and even
very
other
rudimentary,
humans
as
to
in I
lure their
read like a few
victims
things here and
in
there.
before
I'm not too
brutally
serious about it,
murdering
so I
them.
wouldn't know any like names, certain regions,
There's
certain
actually
areas, so I
very
can't really
limited
name anything
information
besides
on
the basic
skinwalkers,
surface scratching
because
of it.
Navajo people tend not to talk about the creatures to outsiders. So
Whether
could
it's
this
fear of
really be a
granted,
skinwalker, or is there
granted, you have to get in
another,
your trust,
more
so you think.
simple
Even
explanation?
then, how much would I
Drop
believe
your
you
theories
believe in
in
that?
the
Because
comment section down
as much as I
below.
would love to write down thing, I think they probably wouldn't feel like if me like writing down the information and just dragging it out there and telling all the stories. It'd be nice to learn the stories. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, some of that trust is probably, hey, you don't tell this other people, and then that kind of ruins the point of it. So while I want to know, part of me wants to know to spread them out, and like I like mythology, I like folk tales, I like stuff like that, belief systems. That's not interesting though. I mean, blazes. Okay, that was another commercial. I had to skip.
Few humans have the extraterrestrial reputation of Stan Romanek. Romanek claims that he's had numerous encounters
This
with
guy.
aliens, including
He's gonna
abductions,
kill
telepathic communications,
Star Child.
and
The
even
Star Child.
forced
I was watching him, and I
interbreeding
know
to
he's talking
create
about a
alien
guy. Alien
hybrid
comes every day,
children.
communicating with him.
This video is supposedly evidence
I remember this
of
one.
one of his alien encounters.
Is this the one that blinks in the window, or is this the one that
The
goes
story
back into
goes
the
that
hall?
on the
Which one?
night this footage was captured, Romanek had fallen asleep at his computer while his stepson was having a sleepover with some friends. Something woke him in the middle of the night. In a sleepy haze, he
Yeah,
thought he
don't
saw
worry.
one of the
Don't worry. Don't worry. We just steal stuff from your fridge. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the aliens coming in. We're just stealing stuff from
young
your fridge.
partygoers streak through the house naked. However, when he checked on the children, all
I'm
of them
disappointed by
were
him actually mayo
upstairs
though.
asleep.
But
Just
I
when
know
he
I
was about
barely
to
eat
give up
mayo,
his
but
search, he
some
spotted something
ketchup or tuna.
terrifying
Oh,
at his
that's a nice thing.
sliding glass door. Watch.
Oh yes, I know this one. Is the one he calls Grandpa or something like that? Old man, like because he's
As
old
you
and
can
he.
see, the creature looks remarkably similar to the one we were talking about.
Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Okay. ¿Eh? Oye, abuelo, ¿cómo estás, man? ¿Cómo estás, abuelo? Estamos aquí, güey. Entrando a comer, ¿todo bien? Sí, sí. Sí, todo bien, jugando aquí. Ay, ¿qué tal, hombre? Ay, adiós, hombre. Se ve dolido, hombre. Eh, to watch more alien videos just to goof around.
Earlier in this video,
Oh, there is this one alien video I didn't
it has
see about
grey
the whole. They
skin
were
and dark almond-shaped
interrogating the
eyes.
alien.
Again, much like the
Obviously, it's fake
typical
because the
aliens
fact is
seen
so
in
bloody
pop
vague, but I
culture.
do like it. It
It
was kind of
watches
creepy.
motionless
I
from the
can't find it,
doorway,
however.
even as the camera is pointed straight
Can't
at
search for it. I
it.
searched for it, can't find it. It was on YouTube too, but it's very
So
low
what do you
views. I'm
think?
not sure it's still
Are
here.
Romanek's
It
claims
was
that he's
interesting.
had
That probably
close
won't be that, but
encounters
if
with
I can find it, I'll definitely see if we
extraterrestrials the
can
real deal?
make a
This
reaction. That's
video
one.
has been analysed by numerous experts, but the jury is still out
Granted, I
as to its
may have to
authenticity.
do right now. I'm getting very busy right now, so I can't record right now. So I'm like sure it's gonna last a few weeks without uploading. Oh, look how he disappears.
Sticking with mysterious
Oh,
creatures, although this next one is almost certainly
what?
not CGI. It was uploaded to the Facebook group Weird, Fantastic and Odd Things by Matt
Okay,
Jack.
this is actually interesting.
This
Finally, something makes it
bizarre-looking snake
realistic.
was found in Thailand by a local resident who took it home and fed it fish.
What is something? Well, it looks interesting. It could have been just a normal snake that someone, did something to glue, or not glue, but something horrendous, like some animal abuse type of situation where the fur is now attached to it. I can definitely see that. But again, I can also see the fact that those thick hairs are probably just scales that are probably overgrown. Think of like in rodents, their teeth keep growing. Right, that's often not the case, but it would be surprised if some weird mutation as well. So those are not hairs. That could be just the scales of the snake just keep instead of growing, they just grow outward as like little hair type of thing. So I could definitely see something like that.
The snake looks to be covered in green fur. Some comments suggested it might be some kind of algae growing on the snake's skin.
That makes sense too. I think it's the same thing with sloths have that. Sloths have algae or something growing on the skin. It makes sense. That's the green color. Yeah.
The person who discovered the bizarre snake is going to hand the creature over to authorities for research and identification.
It'll be
So,
killed
until
automatically.
then, all we can do
It'll
is
be
marvel
killed,
at this
dissected, and as
mysterious
a poor snake,
animal.
it's living a life, and some douche coming around, and all of a sudden, boom, it's dead. Poor reptiles. They get no respect. We get no respect. Dogman,
Our first
dogman,
segment of the day
dogman,
has some
dogman,
internet
dogman,
users
dogman,
debating
dogman,
whether
dogman,
werewolves really do exist. In May
like it, buff,
2022,
like it,
Reddit
bro.
user
It's one of
Segwin
my
shared
favorite
a
ones.
photo to the
It's
platform
one of my
that
favorite
seems to
ones.
show
And not my
something
favorite Bigfoot's
truly
my
odd.
Bigfoot. The chupacabras there,
The
but
photo was captured on a game
I have
camera that
too much
takes pics
dogman stuff.
automatically when movement is
These guys are
detected.
interesting.
The camera is positioned at an 8-foot high perimeter fence at Amarillo Zoo in Texas. In the photo, which was snapped in the early hours,
Okay, if you tell me this was a skinwalker, I can sort of believe it because skinwalker is not just some weird freak, sorry, weird freaky thing of that. No, it's a person who just has his pelt or something like that, and it's probably mid transportation. So this I can believe. You said skinwalker around Texas, yeah, I can believe that. This I can believe. It's also a few states away because I don't know where the region is. Isn't it more Arizona, Nevada? So basically, Texas kind of makes sense because Texas is pretty huge. So tell me something around there. And so wasn't the Skinwalker Ranch also in Texas? So it kind of makes sense. All easy better. But yeah, you could also be a person. I mean, with else supernatural, it can also just be a person with a wolf pelt. But look at, but definitely probably you would probably still the title Skinwalker, like what you would have witch doctor or shaman or something like that. So the concept still applies there. So while even if you take out the supernatural aspect, you could still have the ritualistic aspect of it, such as the wolf pelts being on top of the head. Because you can definitely see regular hands, regular arms, because what Dogman is known for is charges. So this is more of a skinwalker as opposed to a Dogman. That's what I'm saying.
of the morning, you
Like I
can
said, I'm
see
not
a
an expert or anything,
bipedal
but
figure
I'm just
standing
saying.
to the right.
Someone's gonna watch this. I don't know why I'm commenting.
It looks to be covered in fur and has the features of a canine, yet
The
it
only reason it
appears
looks
to
like
be
cover
walking
fur is the
on its
head.
hind legs.
And yeah, you can see the arms sort of, but
It's these details that spurred some
definitely easy
Reddit
to
users to
holding
call
something or
the
something's on
figure
his
a
pelt or something. Because
werewolf.
definitely something there with
The shock
the left
groundskeeper
arm is
shared
definitely
the
something
photo
sticking
to
out.
Reddit, hoping to get some answers from the community. Responses
But it does
varied, with some wholeheartedly agreeing that the
have
figure
the
does
dimensions of a
indeed look
human. You
like a
see the
werewolf,
wrist,
while others
elbows. You can
were
see the elbows bending around the
unconvinced.
waist.
Some
The hands around
suggested
the
it could be a
hips.
raccoon or even a piece of trash that's blown up against the fence. Ultimately, though,
You
no
can
one's
also see
been able
trash,
to
technically.
fully
I technically can
identify
also
the
see
figure.
trash, but there's something else
Unless
about
more
it.
evidence comes to hand, this bizarre
I do
sighting
see trash, but
will
it
have
looks
to
too
remain a
humanoid, so
mystery.
probably pareidolia, because we do have a tendency to do that. Humans do have a tendency to be pareidolia, seeing patterns of. Third of the way there.
Chris runs a
Third of
popular
the way there.
urban exploration channel called Urbex Hill. He frequently uploads videos of himself exploring buildings from around the world that are allegedly haunted, including schools, churches, cemeteries, and in the case of this video, the old St. Joseph Riverside Hospital located in Warren, Ohio.
I don't.
Built in the early 1960s, the St. Joseph
Like I said, my only
Riverside
major issue with expanding hospitals like that is the asbestos, the lead, any other injuries, things like that, and it's probably not enough good hold. Basically, things will be falling apart. So there's a lot of issues
Hospital
happening, not just even
successfully met
ghost
some
related or
initial
hunting, not to mention
years.
squatters
In
and anyone gang
1996, the
related or anything
hospital
like
was
that. People are
officially
just
shut
stuff like that.
down
So there's
after
different
HM
issues.
Health Services assumed ownership of the Warren General Hospital. It was eventually purchased by Jim and Tom Dobson in 2003, who converted it into a few different businesses, including a private school, but eventually bankruptcy forced it to close. Ever since then, it's remained totally abandoned. Throughout the video, Chris walks around the
So
old
what are the
hospital
laws?
and
Is this
explores
tax
its
write-off?
various
Does it feel like
rooms,
the
which
reason
have
so many things are
definitely
abandoned?
seen
Is it a
better
tax
days.
write-off so you can't fix it? Because it feels like if you have land, you have territory, you have well, it may cost too much to bulldoze it down, especially with more modern day wiring. With that, it's 2003, so it is a more up to date code. So I'm not too worried about being crashing now, but I am worried about asbestos, well, anything, disease and stuff like that. So animals, the animals.
For the most part, all seems to go well for Chris. Up until about the 8-minute mark, that is. Take a
8
look
minute.
and see if you can spot anything unusual.
Actually, no, on the preview screen on the OBS, it actually looks a little more clearer than ironically enough, than the
It can be hard to see at
television I'm looking
first,
at.
but watching that again, keep an eye on the doorway on the left.
Squatter.
A strange dark hand appears to come out.
Dark hand could be dark glove, could be stuff like that. Could be
This has
definitely dark
understandably
glove. I wouldn't be
freaked
surprised if
plenty
there's
of
another
viewers
person there.
out
Because
who have
remember,
since been debating whether or not this is a person, a ghost, or even some sort of cryptid. The most common suggestion is that it may have been a homeless person, but how is it that Chris didn't hear or see anything as he explored the
I wouldn't be
building?
surprised. I mean, that's definitely too off to the edge. When you focus, your vision can. That's my peripheral vision right now. If you look to your peripheral vision, you can see look a lot more. I mean, you can see up to a certain point,
Obviously, no
but you're not focused
definitive
on that. You
answer
focus
has
on a
ever
certain
been
straight
given,
ahead. Especially if
but
you're watching this
certainly an
video, you're not looking
unsettling
at
piece of
the
footage,
person walking sleeping
nonetheless.
over you right now. So yeah. Okay, he's turning. Okay, no, he turned away. Okay, I don't know. He turned away,
A
so we
few
probably
months
should
ago,
notice.
we featured an eerie TikTok video by a user named Old Fogey
Ooh,
John that seemed to show some sort of strange figure
ooh.
lingering around a backyard.
One more time, do that one more time. Wasn't like a giant
The
Dobby,
account
not
has
Dobby. Was
uploaded
it
another video that's just as eerie.
Golem?
The uploader says that recently he's been finding strange holes appearing in his garage door. He checked his security camera footage to see what was
Strange
going on,
holes?
but when he reviewed the footage that was recorded overnight, he
You
was
mean
stunned at what he saw.
something's
Take a look.
cutting a hole? That's not a hole, man. I know he looks like what's that cryptid thing with the the giant mouth, the red mouth, and then the giant face, and then the James Jan. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what internet creepypasta image. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It looks exactly like that. Look at someone like that because the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the head. It looks exactly like that.
A bizarre figure seems to be breaking pieces of the uploader's door.
What I don't like is how it always somehow manages to avoid. Oh, first off, how weak that garage's door is. Speaking of, always manages to avoid the camera. Even a bear would probably show more of a face or something if it's breaking in. This thing's like, oh no, camera's there, can't do anything. But I know some animals see infrared and stuff like that from the camera lights. That's why they don't approach sometimes. But this one, no, this is too convenient for my tasting. This is too convenient for my taste. You see, just enough to show the
Appears
head, but
be
not
the
enough to pop up.
same figure from the first video we featured.
Also, it's not making noise. But seriously, get a better garage door.
To this
See, it's
day,
just
the uploader has no idea whether that's
see.
a
Notice how
person,
it's just twitching
an
his
animal,
head
or something else
just in
entirely.
front of a camera, just so we can see it, but barely. Not enough, but see it. That's my major issue with it, because you can clearly pop it out, but at the same time, it's in a camera, but it's not in a camera. That's why I'm being suspicious. If he would have done a little more
As
damage,
always, I'll throw this out
maybe.
to you, the viewer. What do you think
But
that
notice how it's
is?
not crawling
Let me know
anymore.
your
What's the purpose
theories
of
in the
this, huh?
comment
Even
section
if it's
down
curiosity, it
below.
probably could have keep bursting. Maybe it's smelling, or maybe it's curious, but no, I can't see it. Oh, did it knock it off? Or did it just fell off? I don't know, but still getting goosebumps though. That's creepy either way.
There's probably many animals on this planet you've never seen in person before. And
This
like
was more
with
reasonable.
some,
It's
you'll know
unidentifiable.
what
So this
it's
was
never
when
seen.
it unidentified
What are
animal,
the
and you
odds
miss
that
animal.
one would
That's
be
not more
lying
reasonable.
in the middle of the sidewalk?
Because there's tons of animals,
That's a
especially down deep.
question that many people have been asking since this bizarre photo and video clip started
Squid?
making its rounds on the internet.
Squid, tadpole with some type of tumor thing. Some type of genetic fish. Put effort into flipping it. Is it? Oh, okay. So it's apparently hard, but obviously not putting effort into breaking it apart. It's a lie.
A man named Harry Hayes, who spotted it while jogging one morning in Sydney, Australia, first
Mm.
posted it to Instagram.
Some type of deformed fish. That's what I'm getting.
There had been a lot of rain in the area and even some flooding, but Hayes states that the particular area where he found this creature wasn't flooded at all.
Well, it's probably not flooding, but you can also think of something like
creature
a
is
bird
small
caught
and
it and then
looks
dropped it
slimy.
from the patch from
It's
sea.
grey in colour and its skin looks to be semi-transparent. It seems to
My
have
problem
small
is the
black
stick he
eyes
got
and
was
a
too
long
small.
tail.
So it's hard to tell for me how, like,
In the
if it's
photo,
hard,
its
soft,
body shape is hard to
because
make
the stick
out,
was
but
too
it looks
small.
curled
You want me
up.
to put a bigger stick?
This has
Basically,
led
I
many
would
to
say don't
believe
use a
that it's
shoe
some
because I don't
sort
know
of
if it poisons
fetus,
or something like
perhaps
that.
that of a sea
It's Australia.
creature that washed ashore when the area was flooded.
I think that what he said wasn't flooded.
However, scientists who have seen the photo and the clip have been unable to identify the creature. Biologist
Genetic
Elio
deform.
Issa,
A
who
lot of
also
this can be
shared the
genetic
mysterious photo to Instagram,
mutations.
was
That's what I'd go for.
stunned and at a loss to explain the creature. Even her colleagues were unable to identify.
Because it definitely looks like I've never seen a tail where you see the spine will form out. Giving me like fetus type of vibe. If you notice the tail slowly forming out, the head, eyes, something like that. It looks like it's trying to form into something, I will admit. It could just easily be a squid, like a baby squid, or who knows what. But like I said, 13 images later, I'm not going to do that.
So is this a cryptid, a mutant, some sort of alien? As of right now, this odd-looking
Hey,
creature
hey, 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 once again, we do
remains
not look at that.
unidentified.
How rude. How rude.
Cryptids are animals that are claimed to
Bigfoot,
exist
Bigfoot,
but have
Bigfoot,
never been
Bigfoot,
scientifically
Bigfoot,
classified.
Bigfoot, Bigfoot,
The
Bigfoot,
footage you're
Bigfoot,
about to
Bigfoot.
see, which was submitted to the Facebook
Hey,
group
what was one?
Ultra
Dominican
Extra
Republic, was
by
it?
Alberto
Dominican Republic, supposedly.
Rodriguez, shows
Oh,
a
no,
creature
no.
so strange it not only falls outside the realms
Supposedly
of
Dominican
scientific
Republic, right? But it looks too grainy, so it could be really
defies
anywhere.
explanation. It's not known exactly where the clip was filmed, but
Was-
some think it's somewhere in South America. It starts off showing
No,
two
the reason
farmers
version I heard
on
was
edge.
Dominican Republic. Then again, I think VR is crazy.
Pero no es así. Tiene esa cabra de ahí agarrado en el cuello. Pongan atención a eso.
They seem to be particularly cautious of one of the goats.
Véanlo.
It's brief, but we can see something.
Yeah, it
that's
makes me want to go back
attached
to the
itself
island.
to
It's
one
been
of the
nice.
goats.
Goats, pigs, and stuff like that. Oh, I see it. Yeah, and does it fly off or does it slither
Here
off?
is
It's like a
slowed
weird.
down. It almost looks like an enormous bat.
It actually does that. Yeah, it does. It does. Like I said, gigantism. It was usually the giant man was like what, over 8
Seconds
feet or
later,
something,
things turn from strange
and it
to
took forever to
outright
grow.
creepy. Take a
And I think
look.
it slithers away to the water.
Mírenlo. Mírenlo ahí.
Yeah,
Watching that again, the creature detaches itself from the goat and tries to escape across the yard, but as it does, it seems to resemble a thin shadow slithering along the ground.
Oh, míralo ahí.
My problem is that once again, it's too
Here it
grainy,
is,
and you could
slowed
easily
down.
put, oh, it's actors. Because remember, if you tell me it's part of some film or something, I would believe you too.
The
Oh, we didn't
farmers
make a
chase the
monster.
creature
Okay,
to a nearby
here's a bat
river where
figure.
they try
Oh, we
to
didn't make a
drive
wait.
it
Okay,
off the property.
what's the easy thing we did? Okay, it's black. It's black fur, so we can make a shadow. Boom. I'm not denying anything, but if you would have left it at the bat part,
Ahí lo persiguen
if you would
hacia
have
el
left it at
agua.
the bat part, it
Later,
would be
we
so
see a
much more
brief
believable.
shot from a
But
stationary
it
camera showing the
slivers
creature
away.
crawl across a rock.
Oh, I didn't see this part. I did not see this part. This is a new one. This is new to me. I did not see this part.
No lo encuentra.
The clip ends and we're left wondering what the heck it is we just saw. Most viewers have been at a loss to explain what type of creature this is.
I wonder who
Some have
uploaded it.
suggested the chupacabra.
Not the
a famous
chupacabra.
cryptid
Chupacabra doesn't.
rooted in
Okay,
South American
chupacabra is
folklore,
bipedal. It's not this dog
notorious for
thing.
their alleged vampirism, as many
Close.
farmers have
It is three
reported
prongs.
that
It
they
has been known
drink
for
the
three
blood of
prongs, not two like a
livestock,
vampire, but three prongs. But no,
particularly
it's not.
goats.
No.
While the initial shot of the creature in this
Oh,
clip
you didn't
does
show the
match
actual famous
some
chupacabra
descriptions
one, the
of
one where it's like a more
chupacabra,
reptile one.
a
Jerk.
large head with fangs and bat-like ears, it's when it escapes across the yard that things get even more difficult to explain.
I don't
How
know. I
does the
find it
creature
weird.
go
Are you
from
getting me a
looking
bunch of
like a
Hispanics or
large
sticks or something?
bat
I can
to
beat
a
it. No.
thin, slithering
He's attacking your
shadow?
prize goat, man. We're gonna beat that thing. You're gonna beat that thing off. He's attacking your prize goat.
This is
You
a
see, you're like,
question
nah.
that no one's been able to answer. Short of this footage being a very well executed hoax, this strange encounter will have to remain a complete mystery.
Míralo. Oh, míralo ahí.
Míralo ahí. Míralo ahí.
Véalo. Ellos dejan
Oh,
de
míralo
comer
ahí.
que es de
Míralo
cerdo.
ahí. Look at it.
Mírenlo.
Look at him.
¿Qué te pasa?
This next one is some strange footage captured in Paraguay. It was uploaded to
Paraguay?
YouTube by The Rocket 3.
Where
This mother was
Paraguay?
recording her son when she inadvertently caught something unnerving in the background.
Oh, see the thing, is this the white
¿Qué
alien
es lo que
thing,
vos
or is that
estabas
something
haciendo
else?
recién? Decime,
Oh no, it's just the arm thing.
¿eh?
It's the arm thing. White alien is the other guy. Also Spanish
Some
country.
kind of unknown creature can be seen in the background behind a tree.
¿Qué es lo
Are
que vos
aliens
estabas
attracted to
haciendo
Spanish?
recién?
Spanish nations? Wait, I'm
Decime,
Hispanic. I'm an
¿eh?
alien Vtuber.
If you slow it down and zoom in, you can see a long limb stretching outward.
It looks like an arm though.
Two dogs
That's a little-
clearly
that's a little
notice that
sound.
there's something back there.
Tengo sueño. ¿Quién te enseñaba a hacer esas cosas? ¿Quién te
The major
enseña a
problem is
hacer
that it's
esas
in the
cosas?
middle of it. It's in the middle of the screen. If it goes off to the side, it's more believable.
Naturally,
But
people
it's
in
in
the
the
comments
middle
section
of
were
the screen.
freaked out by
Oh,
the
you
odd
convenient
sighting,
enough. He put the
and
child.
as
Who's
the
filming the
video
child? He is
wrapped
not
up,
filming the
hundreds of
child.
viewers speculated
If it was
on
filming a
what
child,
the
that thing
creature
would be
might
in a back.
Many thought it was an alien, while others said it had to be a cryptid of some kind. The pombero was a common suggestion.
Romero.
The pombero is a mythical creature from Argentine and Paraguayan folklore. It's described as a small, hairy, human-like creature
Like
that
the
lurks
dwarf
in
or
the
something.
woods
Or
and
what's that
steals
with
chickens.
It's the other guy
The
thinking about?
pombero is also said to play
Better.
tricks on humans, such as hiding their belongings or making
Yeah, like a
strange
fae folk.
noises in the
Current,
night.
like a.
Some
Well, it
say
makes
they
sense
lurk in
because.
the shadows of woodland areas, often luring children in with
Not Twin Day, that's
berries
something
and
else. But
other
no, I think it's like the
treats,
fae
or
folk of
dragging
old
them off
European
into
myth.
the
Like not
forest
just
never
fairies
to
like
be
pixies and
seen
stuff like that, but the
again.
beings that trick you and mess around with
A
you.
more
That's what it seems like.
down-to-earth theory on this video suggested it could be a sloth. The brown-throated three-toed sloth is found throughout
I
Brazil,
can.
Paraguay, and Ecuador.
¿Eh?
It's a long arm, but I can see that too. Oh yes,
So what do
yes,
you
yes.
think
I can
this
see it too
is?
because
An alien, a cryptid?
sloths had to go to the ground floor to poop. I think, right? Or they have a habit of it. Not all of them, but soon do. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming down to poop, and that's why it's there. Its arms are long though. It could be something's up with that. No, if you tell me it's a sloth, it makes sense if it's a sloth because the head shape goes on the right side. The screen, well, on right, it's left. On the right side of the screen where you saw it move its head, it had like a sloth-like shape, and has a long arm, so it's probably moving downward. And of course, it's dogs are carnivores, so they might want to attack it. So yeah, I can definitely see a sloth.
Or is it simply a delightful
We're halfway done.
sloth
Oh, this is gonna be like
for a
2-hour
visit?
video.
Let
My
me know your
word,
thoughts on
why?
this one in the comments
Why?
down below.
Decime, ¿eh?
Why?
In November 2021, an Oregon local was driving down a rural road at nighttime with their grandkids when they spotted something eerie on the side of the road. They uploaded the strange footage to their TikTok account, Carol
I'm gonna have to save this. I'm gonna split this in half, aren't I?
for all to see.
Save my voice. Yeah, last one. What?
Nana, what is that?
As you can see, a shadowy figure is lurking behind a tree on the side of the road.
Oh,
Nana, what is that?
this is a new video. Still don't like seeing though it's still
The
up
uploader has
down.
no idea what it
It does
is,
look
and
like
within
TikTok,
reason, didn't want to
TikTok,
approach it to
Instagram type of
find
videos.
out.
So once again,
When the footage
automatically
went
low down,
live, it
suspicious.
quickly
But
went viral, racking up millions of views, with thousands of comments speculating on the strange sighting.
What is that?
Some
What
said it
is
was a
that?
Sasquatch, a skinwalker, a shadow
Sasquatch.
person, or even just a creepy person lurking in a hoodie.
creepy
Given
person.
that the uploader was
Sasquatch
with
are
their
tend to be more massive
grandkids,
than
none of
that.
these
Even
suggestions bode
juveniles are
well.
too huge.
One of the most suggested theories is a hide behind. Hide behinds are mysterious beings rooted in
Are high behinds like one of those joke cryptids? Like the Hoodag and the Poop Snake. Yeah, aren't they one of the joke cryptids? Yeah, they are. They're supposed to be one of the joke cryptids, like the whale that goes down the hill sliding down if you're not careful. It's supposed to be like one of those. You're not supposed to believe it. That is funny. It's supposed to be a joke,
North
Amanda.
American folklore.
Oh, in fact,
Accounts
no,
from
it's supposed to
early
be more of a joke
settlers
though.
tell of
It's
loggers
more of an
going
inside joke.
missing while out in the woods.
I have to make a video on that.
Woodcutters were failing to return to camp en masse, and villagers blamed the
Yeah,
hide
woodcutters. Yeah,
behinds.
it's a joke myth.
Legends say they're nocturnal creatures with the ability to conceal themselves
Right.
behind almost any object.
Oh
They're
my.
said to hunt humans for food, with their diet mainly consisting of innards. The Oregon sighting certainly does match the description of a hide
I'm
behind in many
betting on
ways.
this.
So could this be one of the
On
first
one
real pieces of
hand-
evidence that these legendary cryptids really do exist?
Maybe make this one video. Because on one hand,
Nana,
the A to views longer. The retention time's gonna be low anyways. No one's even gonna get to this part.
An Instagram account named Sverigesasare uploaded a
Make it one
mysterious
video.
piece of home surveillance
Make it one
camera
video.
footage.
One
that was filmed
huge
on
video.
August 23rd, 2021 at an undisclosed location. The homeowner received a text that movement had been detected outside their house. This is what they saw.
Drug addict. That's a human. That's a watch. That's a hair. It's a drug addict.
As you can see, there's an emaciated person walking strangely.
Okay, emaciated. Okay, now I'm kind of offended because he's not too far off from how I would. Oh my word. No one's gonna reach this part of the video, so I'm kind of glad, but I'm kind of offended. Emaciated. Come on, man. Look, all he needs to do is keep doing push-ups, eat a lot more food, and boom. He probably still won't gain weight. It's that how lanky my arms are. For you, bro. I know someone's insulting you, like, oh, he's a cryptid. No. Granted, he's probably on drugs, so yeah, that one
through
can't
the
justify.
yard. Their
But yeah,
limbs
he's
are
definitely on drugs.
extremely thin.
Thankfully, I think he is wearing
Most
underwear for
commentators
obvious
thought that
reasons.
This was someone on drugs wandering the property, and that the homeowner should have called the police.
They should have. He has a watch.
There's no info on whether the uploader eventually notified the authorities or not.
It's definitely a drug
What
addict.
would you do if you saw this in the middle of the night on your home security feed? Let me
Well,
know.
that's first
down
call the
below.
cops. That's a drug addict. I mean, he has the decency to wear underwear at least. And I think he's wearing a
In
necklace.
August of 2010, the Japan Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology was conducting a deep-sea dive when they filmed something mysterious in the waters of Sagami Bay, southwest of
Sagami.
Tokyo. As the
Sagami.
Hyperdolphin ROV explored the murky depths, cameras were rolling, capturing images of the deep-sea habitat.
Almost done. 40 more minutes. This is a long video. Ooh.
At first, everything seems fairly normal. Suddenly, out of the gloomy abyss, an unidentified creature appears.
Ocean man, take a mother from give me to land. Manatee?
Its large, wide eyes are dotted
Manatee?
just above a gaping mouth.
Manatee? Eagle? eel. This is believable because we have a lot. We barely
The
know the
creature's
ocean,
solid
so
frame
whatever
disappears into the
weird
cloudy
creature could
background.
be here. Blysabot? Blysabot was giant bug things, like cockroaches that go on like the
When the
ocean
footage
below.
first surfaced,
If you
it
tell me
went
something like that, I
viral
believe
around
it.
the world, with news outlets running stories that a new type of deep-sea species had been spotted.
Well,
Some
like I said,
experts weren't
most
so
of the
sure,
ocean
however,
is
speculating that it might actually be a case of pareidolia, the human tendency to see familiar shapes
see Ferdo,
in
I keep
patterned
saying that with like
imagery.
most of these videos.
It's entirely possible that this is just a rock with two well-placed shells, giving our brains the impression that a creature with a face is
There must be
present.
barnacles, right?
However, in the footage, it does appear as though the object moves.
Ow. 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 Mandibles I'm looking at. It could be covered in dirt. That could be another thing.
So what do you think?
Because it is a ditch. Granted, but if you look at the dirt, one thing I wish I had a mouse. If you look at the dirt on the left, reaching up to the left side of it, it does look like the dirt just climbs back up, so it can be just even buried or rock or something. I can kind of see that. Probably should do it darker.
This next piece of footage, posted to TikTok by user
Is this what you think it is? Is what you think it is?
is
A
rather
weird creature.
creepy. It was supposedly captured somewhere in the Philippines.
I
However,
think
not
so.
much else is known about the clip. Take a look.
I see that glowing reflect that way. You know what's
As you can
weird? Because
see, there's
glowing
some
eyes
kind
are
of
an aspect
creature
of
moving on
prey
the
animals, but
rooftop.
especially the smaller
It's
ones.
dark
So when you
outside
have
and the
large
camera
animals
only
that glow in
manages
my
to
eyes, I
capture
don't know. Isn't there
glimpses.
something off about
Yet,
that?
for the low light, you can see it fairly clearly.
Granted, when I'm a biologist,
It
I wouldn't know,
appears to
but
be
isn't
humanoid. Its eyes look like they glow in the dark, likely reflecting the light of the camera. Its skin looks grey and it moves as though it's on its hands and knees. Despite the creature's rather creepy appearance,
they have,
several viewers think that it
I don't know,
might
what's
be
that myth
simply
of
a
like
naked
these
man.
creatures that are
However, if this is
tree
the case,
monsters,
it
like
doesn't
tree
really
demons
lower
or
the
something like
creep
that?
factor.
Something like
What would you
that?
prefer to see crawling around on your roof?
I don't
An
know, it
unknown
sounds like something
cryptid
familiar,
or
but I
naked
can't put my
man with
finger on it. I can't
unknown
remember. Look,
intentions?
look.
Let me know down below.
I don't know much of Philippine myth. Nice,
Our
but I don't know
last
much
clip of
of
the
it.
day comes from Facebook user Chayla Kelly. In 2017, Kelly was
Last
filming
clip.
a quick update
Close
for
up,
her
you got 20 minutes.
socials when she noticed something odd in the
Oh,
background
no,
of one
I
of
think
the
it's a
clips.
compilation.
Take a look and see if you can spot anything unusual. If we watch that again, slowed down, you can make out several little dark figures running through the grass.
Where?
They almost look like meerkats running by.
Isn't that I
Kelly said they
wouldn't
look
mind
like
walking
black
around here. It looks
shadows and
nice.
had
It looks,
no
ooh, this
idea
actually
what
looks
they could
nice in the
be.
country. Does that used to
The
get smack?
clip blew up on Facebook, hitting over 1 million views, with hundreds of comments speculating on what the odd little figures might be.
TikTok's
Some
automatically
said it
fake.
could be little people.
It's a fake.
According
It's
to
a
Native
Facebook though.
American folklore, there exists a race of little people that live deep in the woods, often near rocky outcrops or sandy hills.
Pretty sure
and
little
sometimes
people
along
exist in every
secluded
mythology, don't they?
streams. They're said to be mischievous, singing and calling out while hiding, just to confuse
Yeah, the same
passing
thing. A bunch of small
travelers.
little people in different
While these
sizes who
beings are widely
basically trick
believed
people
to
in the
only
woods.
exist in
That is a
tales of
common
myth and
motif in
legend,
most,
back in
at
the
least
early
in the New World, I know.
1830s, a burial ground
And
was
here
discovered
in the
in
Western, because
Coshocton
like I said, the
County,
fairies, stuff like
Ohio.
that. Even with the
It's said that
Pombero,
the unearthed
which South
graves
America, even
contain
here you got another one.
skeletons that were only 3 feet
So,
high.
I don't know, if you have any African myths
So
or
could this
Asian myths
clip be
about the same
proof
thing,
that the
Australian myths or
legendary little people
Aboriginal
really
myths,
exist?
it's probably the same concept
Or
because
is
you
there
have
a more
pygmies.
simple explanation here?
Yeah,
Share your
no, it's
theories with one
Florentis.
another
The
in the
small people,
comments down
Florentis
below.
in Papua New Guinea, so you have that. So we have small people. Wait. Okay, I gotta stop that. Look, I can't resist. If it says alien skin, of course I'm gonna put that in. Oh, that'll make it a little smaller. Ooh.
If this video
Actually,
uploaded to the YouTube
we're actually
channel
making good time.
Paranormal
18 minutes,
Witness
we're
is
probably a
anything
little
to
more
go
over an hour.
by,
Okay, this is
it
actually kind of fine.
seems
That was
the
gonna be 2
answer
hours,
to
but
this
no, we're fine.
question is no. There's very little accompanying information other than the footage was supposedly captured somewhere in the state of Massachusetts in the United States.
Massachusetts.
The clip, which was captured at night, shows a young girl walking down the steps of what is presumably their home.
Why is it black and white? Why is
She's
the
not
night screen
alone,
on?
however, as an unidentified camera holder follows closely behind.
That's creepy.
It's
It is
unclear
night
why
vision.
the footage is being shot in the first place. Perhaps they heard a strange noise and decided
This is
to
still creepy, though.
investigate. Whatever the reason, the girl walks down the stairs and heads outside into the darkness.
The fact that it's
of the
night vision
night.
means that the probably lights are off, which makes it even
For
more
a few
creepier.
seconds, the footage is indiscernible. Moments later, something truly bizarre is caught on camera. Watch.
I don't know, part of me says student film or something like that, or it'll just be viral. Okay.
As you can see, they're confronted by a creepy, large-headed creature peering out from behind a tree.
I take offense to that.
Its face is pale and it has large dark eyes. Its head is pointed at the bottom, giving its face an inverted triangular shape. There's little denying that the creature certainly resembles the classic depiction of an alien grey.
You dare
Despite this, some
insult me.
viewers believe that the creature perhaps matches this description too obviously,
Exactly.
suggesting it could simply be a human in a mask.
Yeah, there's
One
no way
perhaps
any
who planned to
aliens would
scare the
have
little
the
girl
big
as part of a
heads,
prank.
all almond eyes, think
Unfortunately, as
weird,
there's no other information
and have like shark
accompanying
fangs.
the
No, no,
video,
no,
it
not
seems
definitely
that
not
this
green
encounter
skin,
will
not
have
at
to
all.
remain a
No,
mystery,
not at
at
all.
least for now.
Rude.
This next video is a compilation of several clips captured by fisherman and TikToker .source90. It documents his time out at sea when a series of strange events began to unfold. The compilation was uploaded to the platform by user Alexander Dodgson1. It begins as we can hear a strange, high-pitched sound coming from the ocean.
I hear him. Where's she at? What the fuck is that noise, bro?
I got nothing here. Look, I hate the ocean, so I have no nothing. I know nothing about that.
There might actually be a voice saying, "Jump for me."
The problem with this is that if you tell the person what the thing is saying, or to hear it, obviously gonna hear it. So basically, like I said, he said, "Jump for me," so you can definitely hear it. Jump for me. Wait, jump for, and then it's reaching me. However, you could have used something else that could fit the same variables or something similar enough, and you would be able to hear that instead. So I do not carry much stock into when they say that. First, they should say it first, and then state what they think they heard. Because if not, there's some bias start to build up. Okay, which kind of denies your claim of anything.
However, when he goes to investigate, there's nothing there. Yet.
Hearing too many noises.
He manages to capture this remarkable footage.
I'm making
Something
myself
appears
out
to
by
be
myself.
swimming alongside his boat.
Look, do not listen to the fish waifu. If she tells you to
As
jump
you can
off,
see,
do not
there
jump
are
off.
actually two of them, one on either side of the
Because most of
vessel.
the most like, because it's the ocean, it's cruel. Ocean is, oof. It's nothing but water.
The objects move at speed,
Water.
seemingly able to keep pace with the boat.
The ocean is nothing but
However,
evil.
we never get a clear indication as to
Including
what
all
they
waifus
actually
there.
might be.
So do not trust fish waifus at all.
In the
At
next clip,
all.
the fisherman reveals a strange-looking bone that he claims to have caught in the dredge.
That looks like a tail to me.
No, but
Curious to find out what it is,
Tails
he
don't have-
decides to take it to the marine biology department at the University of Massachusetts.
no. Is there?
However,
no.
after an examination, it seems that the expert is unable to determine what type of animal
The fact that it
actually
says what
came
he's a
from.
TikTok or something like that, or Instagram. What did he say? Which once again, automatic suspicion.
You don't see anything like this? I don't know what it is. That's crazy.
Several viewers have
Yeah, maybe
suggested
because he
that
didn't know
these
them. Okay,
fishermen
and
might
I don't know what it
actually
is.
encountered
And then
mermaids.
did he
Also
research it? Did he
sometimes
do
referred to as
information? Did he send out
sirens,
a
these
public peer
creatures are
review?
known for their high-pitched
Once again,
call.
more research is
That, along
necessary,
with the
so I
figure
wouldn't
seen
know.
swimming alongside the boat
So.
and the discovery of the mysterious bone all seems to suggest a connection
Oh,
with this
some,
creature. While sirens were originally depicted as bird-like in Greek mythology, they were often described as possessing the tail of a fish and the upper body of a woman. It was also thought that their
Well,
voices
sirens can
could
also be
lure
like harpies, so I
sailors
guess it
into
makes
the
sense.
sea. In Homer's poem The Odyssey, Odysseus is said to have been tied to the mast of his own ship in order to resist the sweet.
Oh, no, you're skipping the part where it says, you're skipping the part that says, hey, I want to listen to them sing. Everyone thought it was a stupid idea. No, I've got it. Okay, so everyone puts what cotton or wax in their ears to avoid the singing, and let's tie the idiot captain to the whatever the pole of the sea, the set ship, right? And have the idiot listen to the music that sends people to their doom and crash in the boat. Oh yeah, clearly nothing bad was about it. Why? Why? Look, they're literally the bodies of birds, man. Come on. Come on.
Call of the siren's song.
The bird waifus, I get it, but come
So
on.
does this footage show
They're
evidence
sick.
of this mythological creature? If so, is it
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
really attempting to lure the fishermen into the sea?
Don't trust fish
This
waifus.
remains an ongoing saga, and there are plenty more mysterious clips that
Never
TikToker
trust fish
Source.90
waifus.
has captured from his boat. As always,
This is
I'll
a
leave a
stupid
link to his
section.
account in the description box down below.
Don't be.
The following video was posted to Reddit by a user named ChittySock. The footage starts off normally enough as we watch
Oh,
the
it says the
uploader's
symbol right there where it's
girlfriend's
located
sister's
from.
daughter and her friend making a video.
So I don't guess anymore. What?
At first glance,
I'm
everything
looking over the
seems
shoulders.
fairly
What?
normal about the footage, but if we watch that again, in the background, a mysterious dark figure can be seen walking around in the house before it eventually disappears without a trace.
Oh no, without a trace. Almost as if
What makes this video
it's a
even
giant
more
head that's
unsettling
taking up
is that there was
2/3
no
of the
one else in the
screen.
house when the girls were filming. When you
Like I
slow
said,
the
my
footage
issue is
down, it
this.
almost looks as though the entity walking by
Yes,
the two young
the
girls
Grim
doesn't
Reaper,
have
da da
any
da da da
discernible
da. It's a shadow
features.
figure, da di da di da. Da 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 da. The fact that it disappears behind her head, even though she
The
takes enough
uploader
space to
says he has
drop down.
absolutely no idea what this figure is and what it was doing inside the
Jesus,
house.
even if it's a
But
person, you
thankfully,
can
the
see
two
there's a
young
chair
girls
right
in the
there. You can
video
pause
were
it. My
safe
problem
and
is this:
no harm was
if
done.
she didn't put
Was
the
this
camera
an
behind her
intruder
head, and
or
plus she doesn't really
something more
know.
paranormal? Either option doesn't bode well.
If she doesn't know, however, which is weird, because she must be using what type of camera she's using. Because most likely it's probably with a phone camera. If you have the phone camera face forwards, which is most likely how these people would do it, you can see in the preview. If it's backwards, that's really weird. Most people, most youngins nowadays, you youngins, you definitely use it forward facing. Backward is if you want to take a picture of someone else. So you can do selfies and stuff like that, and you definitely use forward facing. The fact that I can see this in film, either says, I needed it up here in the preview screen, which is weird because it shows in the film. Or B, they were holding it off in a weird way. I mean, once again, this is a regular camera. Once again, they all have phones. It's probably they have phones. And they I don't know how their lifestyle. They may not have phones, but it doesn't matter how nice the house is. It's a nice house. It's a nice house. Well, most likely it's gonna be camera phone, some iPhone or whatever phone you people use nowadays. So I can definitely see this as being a hoax. Let's be honest. I hate to say this, but it's just too convenient. Back of the head, shadow figures. The fact that they didn't film camera, but it did film the final result. I mean, that could be result, I guess. I'm not sure. This is doctored. Who knows? Like I said, don't know the story. Blah blah blah. Benefit of the doubt. Who knows?
In April 2021, an owner of a homestead in Birch Bay, Washington, captured
Bigfoot,
something
Bigfoot,
truly
Bigfoot, Bigfoot,
mysterious
Bigfoot,
on one
Bigfoot,
of his
Bigfoot,
trail
Bigfoot,
cams.
Bigfoot,
He uploaded the footage to his YouTube
big,
channel, Jimmy
big,
B Trail
big,
Cams, for all
big,
to see.
big,
Take a look.
big, big, Bigfoot, 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 if you notice, I think the knees, the way I think one of the things with Bigfoot is that the way to bend the knees is a little different than humans, supposedly from uncle track professionals. The way he bends is to more like a human who's putting too much emphasis on the knee, lifting it upwards. So if you notice that, let's see if we reverse that for bits.
A homestead in Birch Bay,
Wait a minute,
Washington,
doubt because this is a
captured
Bigfoot
something
film.
truly
I don't know, for some
mysterious
reason, I
on
don't know,
one
they
of
don't
his
like showing
trail
this.
cams. He uploaded the footage to his YouTube channel, Jimmy B Trail Cams, for all to see. Take a look.
Okay, and can we see the knee? It's the way the knee is moving. Is why I don't believe it as much.
Captured just before 9 p.m. on one of the trail cams placed deep in the woods, we can see a large figure walk from left to right.
Also, if you look at the elbows, the Bigfoot tend to be a lot longer, but if you look at his elbows, he's around where the hip area would probably, sorry, the side area of the humans, with the shoulders, femur, and that. The Bigfoot tend to have a lot longer arms, supposedly, but his man, I wish I would put this on the computer.
Dead in Birch Bay, Washington, captured something truly
I'm gonna slow it
mysterious
down.
on one of his trail cams. He uploaded the footage to his
Hopefully it doesn't
YouTube
crash.
channel, Jimmy B. Trail
I know. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Let's make cameras, blah, 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 blah. You did not get this far. It is an hour long. You did not watch this video. I know you people quit after 30 seconds. Okay, see? You see how the knees bend. And look at the elbow. Look at the elbow it is. Around where the, you can see where the leg is. And the elbow is around where the butt would be. So, like, that's because he seems like he's crouching. Crouch right now. Crouch like how human you are. Look at them and see how it would align. I'm doing it right now, but second now. Yeah, he's crouching. And when you crouch, edge forward, elbow is basically reaching around my thigh, butt area, where it would normally reach around my lower ribs. So it seems the fact that it's there, right there. You could never see him like walking. So that's definitely too much of a human for my case. Like that, I don't want to ruin the fact it's a Bigfoot. So once again, I'm going to pick it out for him because it's a Bigfoot. But no. I don't believe it otherwise. Only because more quality. Also, the arm looks, it doesn't look quite hairy as you expect. You can never see the elbow, the shine of the elbow. I don't know, something off about it. Granted, it was infrared, so probably differently, but still, something about the head and everything seems some off about this. Also, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I'm looking at, it looks like pants and a shirt. No, okay, that's just biased. You don't know. I'm sorry, I really do not believe this as much.
Captured just before 9 p.m. on one of the trail cams placed deep in the woods, we can see
Like I said, I really don't believe this as much. He's hunched over. His legs are bending up in a weird way you human would, and his elbows, when you hunch over a bit, your elbows reach around the thigh area, which is popping up. But yeah, it's different. I'm screaming. It looks for me more human. But what's that?
Just a few weeks later in May, 4 trail cams placed around the property went missing. Some viewers speculated that it might just be a hunter in a ghillie suit, and that they spotted the trail cams dotted around the property and decided to steal them.
I will admit that sounds like a big possibility because let's be honest, these trail cams are quite expensive. I'm not sure you have GPS or any locator like that. They probably do, but who knows what? But you tell me you found a random thing like that, you get it for free. If you poach on someone else's land, you're probably gonna steal their stuff. Let's be honest.
Others thought the footage was just a hoax. However, all the other trail cam footage uploaded to the channel features well-known wildlife like deer and foxes. There's nothing to suggest that this property owner is into pulling pranks. So what do you make of this strange
nothing like that. It could be just one video prank or something silly, a stupid video.
Your take on this?
Hey, it could not even be him. It could be some dumb jerk, like I said.
TikTok user Sergio Luis Reis was just enjoying a nice summer day on a Brazilian beach when he was suddenly interrupted by a jellyfish-like monster that looked like it belonged on another planet. The creature, which had a bulbous head and long tentacles, floated near the surface of the shallow waters.
It looks like a man of war. Portuguese man of war. The weird jellyfish. They're not technically jellyfish, but there are something similar. But they're not jellyfish. They have similar concepts. But it does look like a man of war. Portuguese man of war does that type of fish thing article. So it does kind of make sense. So this I'm fine with. This I'm actually fine with. This kind of makes sense to be like that. It should be, like I said, it can be venomous.
Fish roam the planet's oceans, but the larger varieties typically stay away from shallow waters.
I said man of war. Look, man of war, you think they float to the surface and they just float along the whole thing, so that it could be definitely man of war.
The specimen was simply a sick or injured jellyfish that had lost its sense of direction.
No, man of war. Yep, man of war is Portuguese man of war or something. They are not jellyfish.
However, it
I'm
doesn't
probably saying the real name wrong, so you get a point idea.
Species. Did Sergio Luis Reis come across an entirely new species?
No, it's a Portuguese man of war. It's a Portuguese man of war.
If it was just an extant
I'm not even sure that's a real name, but that's the name I call it.
and why
It
haven't
basically
similar
floats on the
creatures
surface.
been spotted near Brazil's extensive
My problem
coastline?
is that it doesn't have I think some of them have like not sails, but it's something that sticks up, hence like the whole man of war part of it. But I wouldn't be surprised if some don't have it, but it's the same concept. So no, I'm not shocked. If that was more reasonable, it's the most reasonable one. That's
Our
the most
first
reasonable so
clip of
far.
the day was posted to Reddit by user Omar1R03. It's footage of two men exploring a collapsed cave system in Jordan as they approach a filled-in tunnel.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad no one's watching these videos. Like I say, even though 7 minutes, I like say however I want or whatever I want at the
What
end
they
of this.
see.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حجي 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بيشي جوا.
As one of the men removes several rocks, you can see some kind of face on the other side.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حجي حجي حجي.
It looks like a doll. I'm sorry, it looks like a dirty doll. And I want to know how the rest of the area looks like. No, it looks like a dirty doll. You see, it's like a giant forehead, glass glazed over eyes, and it looks like just someone dragged up and dragged out. You can see all the lips of the eyes. I'm not gonna go back and forwards on this one, basically. It does look like eyes. But like I said, I can't tell the environment.
Asked the question whether this could be a ghost or a jinn. According to Arabic folklore, jinns are paranormal beings. They're believed to inhabit an unseen world parallel to
I also think different jinns have different abilities, like mostly in the colors, depending on the note. What are they?
In some traditions, jinns are malevolent beings who enjoy causing mischief.
Like I said, they're malevolent. Some of them do have different colors. Other ones are all malevolent.
They're neutral or even benevolent beings
You see?
that can help or harm humans depending on their mood or whim. They're described as having dark, soulless eyes.
I think
sharp
red
claws
and black
teeth
ones are
with
technically one of the more
elongated
angry ones.
fingers.
Blue is okay. I'm not sure of any of the
Reactions to
colors.
this clip have been varied over on Reddit.
No,
but
blue. I
most
think no,
people were
blue is the
freaked
bad one
out
as well.
by the eerie sighting. One plausible explanation
It's been a while
suggested
since
it could be a
everyone
toy
since I did
doll covered in dirt.
a crash
And
course in
to
this. I didn't
slow
read
it
much
down,
into it.
you
I
can
know a
almost
few.
see
The
the
Jason got the
resemblance,
idea of jinns.
but it's still freaky nonetheless.
Jinns. DJINN. The way you see the hair, it has
So
no.
what do you
The
think?
eyes
Is
were
this a
basically
jinn,
glazed
a
over.
doll, or could it be some kind of cryptid yet to be classified?
Doll.
by
Like I
science?
said, we need more
Let us know in the
information. What is the
comments
environment
down
like?
below.
He did not get up. He did not search around the whole environment. He had a camera. He was thrown in there. Granted, it's the cause of his hand, but still. But still, I'm not gonna.
Is this yet more footage of the ever-elusive and legendary
Oh,
Loch
come
Ness
on. We
Monster?
started this with Nessie. I already said my thing with
54-year-old
Nessie.
Richard Maver
You
was
know how I
competing
feel
in the
about
Great
Nessie.
Glen Canoe Challenge
We
in
started this episode
September
with
of
Nessie.
2021 when he accidentally spotted something strange swimming in the waters of Loch Ness. While capturing drone footage for his YouTube channel, Richard Outdoors, the
Muda
camera
means
picked
useless.
up something swimming in the shallow waters near the shoreline.
So yes, that
At
was
first, Maver
that
didn't
was
notice
appropriate
anything in
and
the
it was
water.
relevant.
It
Was
wasn't
because
until he
there's nothing
uploaded
more I
the
can say.
footage that a few keen-eyed viewers spotted the
The more
strange
like
shape.
dinosaur, people walk,
look.
people doesn't walk. Toy, image, Photoshop, not Photoshop, but photo. Hoax. Hoax.
As you can see, there's a long object floating in the water. It does indeed resemble the classic depiction of the Loch Ness Monster. A
My
long
problem
head
is
with a
too
broad
close
body
to
and
shore.
fins.
Something that big and you can't notice it too
Maver
close to
told
shore.
the Daily Mirror that he couldn't believe what he had
Just look.
captured.
Look, if this is around the area that they could stand in that water, that thing would have never been noticed by anyone standing there. Look how close the guy is standing in the water. So I'm guessing around that just like a few feet. That whatever Nessie is too big to be that close without having any issues, especially not backing out. Like I said, it's been known to walk on land supposedly, but yeah.
He had to
That's my
rewind the
biggest sound
footage
bit.
several times
Look,
before the sighting finally
look how
sank
close
in.
it is to the shore.
Some analysts have suggested it might just be a log floating in the water,
Look
or even an
how
optical
close
illusion
it
caused by the
is to
waves.
the shore. I have my doubts.
However, Nessie dieharders are certain this is yet another piece of evidence that an ancient cryptid is living in the murky waters of Loch Ness. Our last clip of the day seems to hint at something terrifying lurking in the darkness. Truckee Danny Ramirez was parked at a rest stop in Oregon along Route 97 when he heard something terrifying emanating from the woods nearby. The California local uploaded the footage to his TikTok account, Danny Ramirez 221, for all to see.
What the heck is that?
Suppose it does a Bigfoot haul. Now, supposedly, there is supposedly quote unquote, oh, that's not the real Bigfoot, huh? That's the ones that we just told the people, and that's the only one that got popular. But we know the real Bigfoot call. It goes along complicating that I'm not gonna show you. But the people, but yeah, granted, dog cases with sometimes with Bigfoot. Supposedly, if you speak the language of the local natives around that area, you can have similar results of communication. Mostly saying multi-neutral words like friend or friend or you come for harm or whatever the equivalent of that is would be in their local native language, supposedly in order to communicate with these guys. Remember, in some actually a lot of some myths, you have Bigfoot being another type of tribe, another type of human. Unfortunately, most cases it's going to be more violent. In case, well, I'm smiling. Yeah, I don't like when it goes smiling. Try to go serious there. In most cases, where it tend to be more violent, said before, red hair tend to be more violent, brown hair, black hair tend to be more peaceful, well, relatively speaking. There are cases where they had to fight off Bigfoot or hairy men or basically something equivalent of it. And what they treat it as about, I think it's more of an oral tradition. So, you know, you get the idea of how old this can be. But there are cases where, in some cases, they actually had to wipe out whole tribes of these people because they were getting too wild men because they were getting too aggressive. I think someone know Western Canada. I heard no because if you what few cases were Canada, I know there's a few the Bigfoot wars or something like that where supposedly that you have people where they would supposedly grab up kids and stuff, throw them in baskets and drag them away. Yeah, they're cannibalistic in nature. By cannibalistic, I mean as in like in Indian tribes, obviously not eating themselves, but eating the humans, the Native Americans, the locals, and then there's indigenous people as opposed to killing each other. Uh, there were a lot of cases where they were wiped out, and actually, you think about it, this kind of sounds like more like the whole idea of the fact that we're like 9 different humans, like Neanderthal, Denisova, and Floribrantis, and something like that. The whole idea of humans either out competing or probably battling each other out, kind of making them cause one reason of extinction. Personally, I'm more inclined that's more like we're more of a hybrid species of all those local humans or whatever tribes was left like. So Neanderthal, Europeans, I think Neanderthal, whatever other modern day humans that came out of Africa, a combination of that, Denisova, stuff like that. But we are mostly still humans, all the same human race, the same species. Well, obviously, because the fact that we can mate with one another and procreate in the strength and actually procreate as well. So basically, we're all the same species. But apparently, this Bigfoot was a separate Bigfoot wild man, which have it's a separate entity altogether. So while you can consider part human as they some local tribes, native tribes, what do you call it? First people, First Nations would describe it as. Like I said, not an expert on any of this. This is barely scratching the surface of any of this. I'm probably getting a lot of information wrong in regards to Bigfoot and these myths.
What the absolute fuck is that?
An ominous howl echoes through the trees.
Hoorah.
Starting to regret that I stopped at this rest stop.
At a loss to explain the sounds, Danny
Lots of words.
suggests it could be the
You know.
roar of a Bigfoot.
I've
You
affected
say
people.
Bigfoot isn't real?
I don't believe all this though. That's a problem.
I gotta go and stick my arm out the window.
Should I make another video of this? I don't know. I'll probably make another 2 more small videos on based on this.
Danny says that after he got done filming, the driver of the adjacent red truck came over asking if he heard the bizarre sounds. Eerily, a lot of viewers said that they too had heard similar howling sounds along Route 97, particularly in Oregon.
Ooh,
For decades,
Oregon.
the Pacific Northwest in the United States has been a hub of Sasquatch and Bigfoot research.
Yeah,
The entire
isn't Oregon home to Skookum Valley? Yeah, Skookum Valley or Mountain, like that Skookum Mountain, Skookum Ridge, where a bunch of wild Bigfoot, aggressive Bigfoot are
region
living.
has had reports of giant ape-like creatures,
Yeah, that's
strange
what I'm
howling sounds, and there's even been evidence of giant footprints left behind in mud found on numerous occasions. One of the earliest and most notorious encounters happened in the summer of
Bigfoot,
1924
Bigfoot,
when a
Bigfoot,
group of
Bigfoot,
gold
Bigfoot, Bigfoot,
prospectors
Bigfoot,
came out of the
Bigfoot,
forests of
Bigfoot.
Mount St. Helens screaming about an encounter with a pack of tall, hairy bipedal creatures. Fred Beck, Gabe Lefever, John Peterson, Marion Smith, and Smith's son
Thinking of
Roy
Bigfoot.
said they were attacked by 4 7-foot-tall gorilla men who threw
The
boulders and
canyon?
howled
This
ferociously.
Canyon. The
They
Canyon
claimed
incident.
the creatures were erect and walked much the same way humans do.
Is he talking
They
about
were
Canyon
covered in
incident?
thick black
Basically a bunch
fur.
of loggers came or hunters came and that they went to defend themselves. One tried to break into the log cabin with the poles. He taught them with the axe. The Bigfoot took the axe or gun. Didn't understand it. Probably just waved it around before he managed to get it back. And they probably started shooting out of the holes and defending all night. And in the morning, they just left there all the stuff and just went away. And I think when he came back, at least one of them came back to the resources. I forgot. It's been a while.
Weighing an
Cape
estimated
Canyon incident.
400 pounds
He probably
each.
going to be Bigfoot
The men
on
allegedly suffered
YouTube. Find us
injuries
on.
after their camp was bombarded by large stone boulders
Oh no,
for
it's not.
several hours in the early morning.
This
The miners
sounds like
managed to escape
Cape
at
Canyon.
first light and alerted authorities of their ordeal as soon as possible.
Yeah,
However,
that sounds like Cape
after a
Canyon.
thorough search of the area, some 8 miles from Spirit Lake, there was no evidence of the creatures at all. Some have suggested the prospectors made the whole story up for fame and fortune. Back on the Ramirez clip, some viewers said the sounds resembled that of a wolf at certain times.
Well, I wouldn't be too mad because if you look, you could practice enough, you could probably up to sound like some type of exaggerated wolf. Granted, probably not perfectly close, but if you make it an octaves and then with an or something, you can probably hear something similar. So if you take something with Bigfoot, which is supposed to have a larger lung capacity, who can able to make different noises that far beyond human capacity, then yeah, you can definitely see that happening. But yeah, I recommend fouling as best you can, and from there you go to editing software. You can see who could be easily affected. But yeah, it definitely sounds like a wolf on that one. But once again,
they sound too unique and guttural to be a wolf.
I love how this will be an example. You just continue playing. Yeah, to skip the part. It's the same video. You just have to press play.
So are we hearing the secret language of a Bigfoot here in the
No,
Ramirez
more like
footage?
calling Paul, or some kids. Some people think it's communication think of wolf. Where are you located? Hello.
Or is there another way to
Reading, or could be
explain
like a
these
territorial
bizarre
dispute, or he's angry and they know
howls?
you're there, type of thing.
Now, if you love creepy videos, then
But like I said, that's it. Hey, go to Slap Ham, watch a few videos of that. This is my thing. We'll put reaction. Like I said, Maverick Fan, this is way too long. Gonna deposit explain, but most of it is me just BSing. Well, not BSing, but trying to say what did I do that. But like, comment, subscribe. See how wrong I was. Any videos you want me to react to, definitely put it. Probably put one more. Hey, George Lopez. Oh, no, on it. It's a little. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, raw. It's a little. No, no, seriously. Yeah, thanks for watching. You probably have not watched this far. You probably skipped to the end. If you skipped to the end, hey, thanks for watching either way. Thanks for the review and have a good one.